Hello guys, in this video let us see how to create an email application. So first let us open a Visual Studio. I'll create a new project. I'll use Windows Forms app .NET Framework using Visual Basic. I'll click next and let's give the sample program as sample main sender. Okay, I'll leave rest of the things as it is. Location you can choose as you wish. Click on create. It will create the solution. Once the solution is loaded, let us create a form similar to the email window wherein you send mails to your uh, people, whoever you want to. So I'll just try to replicate the same thing here. Okay, so for that we'll add few labels. So one for to whom we are sending the email. Second is we'll add CC as well. CC. Then we'll add a subject tag. Then we'll add the body. Body of the mail. So for this we'll use the text boxes. Keep it a little bit bigger so that it doesn't hide the contents. So this is for two. So similarly we'll have other text boxes. So we'll just copy and paste. CC. Then comes the subject line. Then for the body, let's not use a normal text box. Instead we can use a rich text box. Okay, and then we'll add two buttons here. So the first button is for send email. I'll rename the button as btn mail, and this button as btn close, just for closing the window. Okay, and we'll make the caption as close. Okay, and I'll rename the text boxes as well. txt2. This is txt.cc. This is txt.subject, and this is the body. So this is txt.body. I'll just rename the font. Okay, means I'll select a bigger font because it is very small. The way use Calibri 11 so that it is a little bit bigger. So we need to slightly adjust the contents so that it looks good. So once you rearrange it, automatically it will position it with the indication. If you see here, there will be blue indication, right? So that will automatically lock it in proper spacing. You don't have to worry on that. So once it's locked, automatically you can leave it. See, it will automatically fix and lock to that particular line. We have seen in the previous projects as well, previous videos. I'm just renaming, making it a little bit bigger so that it becomes visible and good. I'm just making in the same size as of sent. It's in the middle, so this is the application center, so it's in between these two. It's the buttons are next to next, so in the center of the screen. I'll just rename the form as well so that it's good. we'll rename the form as email sender. Okay, now let us start the coding. Okay, so for this email application you need an Outlook. Okay, so I have an Outlook already installed with my email ID configured, so it just needs to be installed, and you need to have your email address configured in that particular Outlook. That's it. Okay, so what this application will do is basically invoke your Outlook application and send mail from here instead of using an Outlook. So that's the basic task. Okay, so let's see how we can do this. So on the form load, first we need to I'll remove the form load. Instead we need the class. Okay, so in the public class, before the class we need some imports. Okay, so first I will import the system dot network because we are trying to communicate with the network, and more but may not be used, but still I use it as a safety purpose. Okay, so here we can add a reference as well because we are using an external application to communicate with, right? So we will use a Outlook library. Okay, so in the com section you can find the Outlook library here. So this object library will use this. Okay, so this is required. If it is not there, you need to install this library, okay, from Microsoft website. So now Outlook is being embedded into this particular application. Now we need to import that as well. Okay, so what I will do, imports Outlook. It will by default try to give something else as well. So I'll just put Outlook equals to Microsoft dot office dot interpol operation dot outlook. Now our form is embedded with the Outlook. Okay, so now we can use the Outlook items itself inside the form to send the email. So let us try doing that. Okay, so since it's externally interfaced, we need to catch all the exceptions whatever happens inside the program. So there may be issues in the while sending the email, there can be a network issue where there can be a application interfacing issue. So all these things will be taken care here, but still better to put a try catch block. Okay, so I'll use a try catch block which will catch any exceptions if anything is having an issue. Okay, so try, I'll put it there, then catch ex as exception. Okay, then end try. So we are going to use this try block. Okay, and inside this one we are going to write all the things. Okay, so now inside this, now first we need to create the Outlook application. Okay, so after creating the Outlook means we have interface the object, but we need to create a new Outlook application, means a new instance of the Outlook. So for which we will use Outlook app. Okay, as new. We already have the Outlook object, so we will reference that Outlook dot application. Okay, now we have created an instance of the Outlook. Okay, now we need an mailbox, means a mail item. Okay, for through which we will be able to send the emails. Okay, so we need to create an email thread, right? So for that we will use a mail item. This will be also in referenced with Outlook So outlook.mail item equals to, we will refer the previous Outlook instance which we have just created above, Outlook app dot create item, because we are creating an email thread from the Outlook app, so we are referencing that. Now inside this Outlook dot ol item type dot ol mail item, so this is the keyword for referencing a mail thread inside an Outlook application. These are all standard things. Okay, so this comes as part of the Microsoft itself. So this is how an Outlook also creates the threads internally. Okay, so in the same way we are trying to create it here. So now what we have done, we have created an instance for the Outlook application, and then we are creating a mail thread, okay, against it. So now we will use this mail thread to send the mails. Okay, so now let us fill out the contents of the mail so that we can use the mail thread to send the mail. Okay, so mail item dot, so we'll use to txt 2 dot text, then mail item dot body equals to, let us not use this keyword, maybe it's used in somewhere or some other places, so we'll use like mail thread txt body dot text mail thread dot cc equals to txt cc dot text, then we need the subject mail thread dot subject equals to txt subject dot text. So we have placed all the four line items inside the mail. Okay, now we can send the mail. So mail thread dot send. Okay, now we have created the thread. Now we need to release this, otherwise it will be inside the memory itself always. So as part of that, we'll run a system thread. We'll use the system com object to release the mail item. Okay, system dot runtime dot interop services dot marshal dot release com object of that mail thread. Okay, and once we released, we need to release the main Outlook instance also. So here we are releasing the mail thread. The same thing, we need to do the same thing for the Outlook item as well. Okay, Outlook app which we referenced above, because these two are the created items. Okay, and we can do a catch block as well. So what we will do here, before this we can put a message box dot show saying mail sent. So in this we will use the same thing but with the system message. I'll put an error tag here, error message ex.message. So let us try running this. Let's see if any error pops out. There are errors. Let's see what it is. Okay, we need to do it on the button click that I forgot. Okay, just a minute. So on click of send mail, we need to do these things. We're not on the main body. That's the issue. Now it should work. Yeah, now it's pro. Okay, so now let's add this clear button as well. Okay, before running a trial run. So what we will do here is txt will clear all the items dot text txt cc dot text txt body dot text txt subject dot text. This is for a close button, so let us take this, put a private sub. Once we will create a function here, clear all, and here we will end the application. That's it. So now this clear all we can call inside this. Once the mails are sent, we can use this clear all function to clear the items here. So it's a simple application. This will just create an instance of the Outlook. Okay, inside that we'll create a thread against that mail item. Okay, Outlook item, and then we are filling out the details which we want to send as a mail. Then we are sending it, and if any issue occurs in here, it will be catched by this catch block. Okay, try catch block. And once we send the mail, we are releasing all the mail items which we have created. Okay, because it will occupy the memory. Once you create the application of once we create the instance, it will occupy memory, and that needs to be released. Otherwise it will stay in the memory, and over a period of time, it will build up the application memory, and it will try to capture the entire memory. Okay, even though it is not means even though the mail has been successfully sent. Okay, so let's try running the application now. So I'll try putting some mail of mine. Okay, I'm just putting the actual mail of mine, and cc I'm not putting anything. Let's put some test mail. So I'm just putting a team mail. Kindly look into the below issue. It's just a draft mail, test mail. Okay, this is how you write mails, right, to your clients or whoever it is. I'm just putting my name. Okay, so I'll just send this mail. So mail is sent. Okay, now what it has done, it has used the Outlook application to send the mail to my email ID with all the contents here. Let's go and check this. Okay, so once we click OK, this clear all has cleared all the items here. If you go here, yes, it has gone. See, it has gone to the just now. Yeah, so it has gone to the recipient email which I have sent. So this is how an email would be sent using this application. So friends, hope if you like this video, and let me know if any other application you want to work on with me. Means I'll explain you with detail along with the code. Okay, and now this is like its application is finished, so you can go now. I'll just close this. We can use this executable from the area where we have created. So okay, inside this, if you go inside this bin folder where the application was created, inside this there will be a debug folder. Okay, so you can copy this debug. Okay, just paste it wherever you want. Okay, I'm pasting it on the desktop. Here it is. Just rename mail sender. Okay, inside this you will have the mail sender exe. You can use it as a application as such. Okay, you don't need any installer or anything. It's an executable straight away. All the related files which you want to use will be inside this. So just copy as it is, or this doesn't have any config files. Even with this single exe it will work. Okay, and that's all friends for this video. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.